This is also going to be the best area to train your last few levels before continuing on in the game. Before I do a whole lot of training though, I'm going to stop by the Goddess Shrine to get a little bit more information. One annoyance is, every time you enter the Goddess Shrine, as soon as you make a couple steps in, you have to read the text of, you hear a very soft voice. Well, when we meet with the goddess statues, they give us a little bit more information and give us a new item to go hunt down. However, before I do continue on, I am going to train the last few levels I'm going to need in order to complete the game. After I do my last bit of training and I stop back inside the Goddess Shrine in order to replenish my health, as you can do at any time while training, it's now time to head to the next area by working our way up here. As we enter, there's a big boss door and it's time for another boss battle. With our levels as way as they are, these flying bats that fly around him really won't do any damage to you when they hit you. As you can see, they take only a little bit of health away. To defeat this boss, the only way you can do damage to him is by firing your fireball directly at the different flying birds that are flying around them. After you hit it a few times, they change color, and then a few more times later, they'll be destroyed. Every time you destroy one of the flying birds, you'll see that you do a little bit of damage to him. So just take your time and keep firing out the fireballs when you can, in order to slowly drain his health away. And he's a pretty easy boss battle considering the training that we just did. Once this guy's done, we get our health back, magic back, and it's time to enter the belfry. As we're going through, we're gonna hear the bells sound as we slowly make our way to the top.
You will perish like the others.
We now have to try to do our best to get to the top and stop the sacrifices from going through so that Maria ends up not being sacrificed. Our journey is a pretty long journey up and down all these different stairs, making our way up each floor. The only good thing, I guess, is that there's no real enemies to fight in this area. It's just a long, boring hallway every time you make it through. When we go down through this room, you're going to notice that there's another doorway in this hallway. Now, we're not going to go in there yet. That actually contains the item that we need to pick up in this area that we came for. The thing is, there's a force field blocking it, the same force field that was blocking us from getting to Maria at the very bottom of the belfry. Once we get the cutscene at the top of this area, the force field will then be gone and we can actually grab the item.
such a brave warrior you are, Idol. I am truly impressed that you've made it to this lofty point. I commend your efforts. However, you'll be distressed to hear that I've already rung the death bell 4 times. If I ring it once more, the girl Maria will die. Let me explain the meaning of this ancient ritual. The ancestral priests of this land lived over 700 years ago, but their descendants still reside in Ys today. The 5 bells are the ceremonial warning. Before I shatter their souls and drain the last of their life's blood. I do love this. Now please, enjoy the sweet sound of the bell's last ring.
It looks like, unfortunately, we were a little too late in getting up here, as the sacrifice has now officially gone through. With nothing really left to do here at the top, we have to make our way all the way back to the bottom. As we make our way through, we're going to stop by that one room and pick up the item that we came for. We now have the Dreaming Stone Idol, so once we have that, it's now time to head back to the Goddess Shrine in order to tell them that we have it. You can see that unfortunately we were just a little too late and we were unable to save Maria. The goddess statues inform us that unfortunately, even though that we found the Dreaming Stone Idol, one of the eyes is missing. Now we have to find out where that last eye is, and we're going to try to get some information by traveling back to the village. Once we're back here, talk to Tarf, and he'll tell us that he had the blue orb, but that he must have fallen out of his pocket since he has a hole in it, and tells us to go talk to Decca, who's a guard by the door. Decca tells us that he saw a weird man in a black cape take the blue orb into the shrine with him. So our goal now is to go back into the shrine and try to locate this blue orb.